Hello and welcome. I'm Rebecca Campbell and I am so happy to be here with you all on Instagram and Facebook. Hello, everyone joining. Hey House has asked me to come on and share with you the Starseed Oracle Attunement. This is an attunement to really attune your energy to your Oracle deck. So if you do have the Starseed Oracle, I recommend getting it now. And if not, if you've got another deck that you'd like to attune to, you're welcome to grab that. And if not, just join us and watch it, and you can play back the attunement. Just earmark the video for after, and then I will be sharing the oracle and doing some live readings for you. Let's pop this back up. So yes, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. I can see people in Florida, Brazil, London, all over the world. So welcome. I'm coming to you from Glastonbury in the UK, and it is a rainy day here today, but it's definitely one where I am feeling like it is time to stay cozy and just kind of like tune into those inner whispers. We're at the beginning of a year. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere like me, you are probably still feeling quite internal and feeling like you're stoking the fires of the seeds that are wanting to be watered this year. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you will be on the flip side. So my intention for us today, as well as doing the attunement, is to really I'll do a couple of readings for the group, and I'll do a couple of individual readings as well. So hopefully if there's something that you are wanting to get guidance on, I am open, if you are as well, to providing some guidance around a particular topic which you would like to receive guidance on. But first of all, I want to share with you the Starseed Oracle Attunement. This attunement is available as a downloadable poster at starseedoracle.me. So if you'd like a printed copy, this attunement is one that we can do first and foremost when you receive your new deck, whether it is a Starseed Oracle or another deck. It is something I wrote for the guidebook of the Starseed Oracle, so you'll find that in there as well. But it's also something that you can do. I often get asked by a lot of people, how should you prepare for a reading? And so I'm going to take you through a process, first of all, opening Sacred Soul Space, and then we will do the attunement together. So this is something, if you like, you could play back every time that you want to do a reading, whether it's for yourself or on behalf of someone else. Or as I say, download the printable Oracle attunement. So you can have it up on your wall. If, say, you do professional readings, you can have it up on your wall in your reading room. Or if you're just starting to work with Oracle cards, you can print it off and put it in, fold it up and put it in with your Oracle cards. Just pull it out when you feel like it. Even take a photo on your phone. So this is the attunement here, which you can get at starseedoracle.me, which I will be taking us through. But first and foremost, when we do an attunement and when we attune to our cards before doing a reading, intention is the most important bit. So it really is all about the intention of stepping into what I call soul space, or the space or time of the soul. The ancient Greeks call this space and time Kairos time. This is really where all intuition resides. It's where all healing happens. It is where creative ideas can land fully formed. I wonder if you've had those experiences before, where you have a knowing or you have a clear vision, or perhaps a concept lands fully formed. You may even hear a whisper. or you may just get a feeling. This is the space of Kairos time. When I start all of my workshops, this is the space that I invite my students and people who show up to the workshops to step into. When we step into a container of Kairos time, of soul space, this is where the magic happens. And so if you are doing readings as well for other people, really remind yourself that it's not you who's doing the healing, rather you're creating a container, a space, inviting the other person to step into that. You know, healing really is a return to wholeness. And so if we hold the container of wholeness for another person to step into, that's where the miracle of healing actually happens. There's a co-creation, a decision that has to be made by the person who is receiving the healing. So it's really them who are doing the work. We just are providing the space and the container. And of course, the same thing goes for ourselves. So we are going to begin now. For those of you who have your Oracle deck, your Starseed Oracle deck, grab it now if you can. And if you've got a favorite Oracle deck near you that you would like to attune to, you're very welcome to join me with your Oracle deck. This is the Starseed Oracle. You can see it here. It's just been released this week. It's a co-creation with Danielle Knoll. And this is the deck. It's a beautiful triangle box, which I just love. And I'll show you later when I do the readings how you can use the box interactivity. But yeah, so I'm going to begin now. First of all, before I do the actual attunement, what we're going to do is open Sacred Soul Space first individually and then as a group. And then we'll do the attunement and readings together. So grab your deck and just place it down in front of you. Do that now. And then we will begin. So one hand on heart, one on belly, and just really anchor in here, feeling the gravity holding you to the earth, slowing down your breathing, really feeling your connection to the earth, as well as your connection to the heavens above. Remembering that we are souls having a human experience, and the place that the soul resides really is in the heart. It's the bridge between the two worlds. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Receiving from the heavens above, a pillar of light traveling down straight through the heavens above, straight through the crown of your head, traveling down your spine, hitting your heart, and receiving a pillar of light as well from the center of the earth up through the crust of the earth, through the soles of your feet, hitting your heart as well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And if it feels good, imagining a beautiful flower at the center of your heart. With your next breath, inviting that flower to open petal by petal. Placing both of your hands on your heart. You're welcome to watch me for this if this is the first time you've opened soul space, or if you've done it many times with me before, you can keep your eyes closed, placing your hands to prayer, opening individual soul space now, bringing your hands up to just above your head to your crown, opening them up and around, really inviting your soul essence to step forward now. Just for this time that we're together, really inviting the soul to step forward and lead. So it's really stepping into that Kairos time. And when we do step into Kairos time, into soul space, what happens is that our ability to heal, be healed, receive soul whispers, receive creative ideas, guidance, and manifest really is multiplied. And so really feeling the presence of all of those of us who are gathered both right now in the live, and then all of those and us who are watching the replay, feeling the connection of all of us who are gathering, breathing into the strength and the power of that collective gathering, that collective circle, that collective soul space that we are about to step into. Bringing your hands to prayer, and opening the group soul space, bringing your hands up and around and back down again, back to heart. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Really inviting that wise part of you to step forward now. One of my favorite prayers from A Course in Miracles goes along the lines of this. I change it a little bit. It says, I'm here to be truly helpful. I'm here to represent that which sent me. I do not have to think about what to say or do, because that which sent me will direct me. I'm happy just to be here, knowing that all grace is within me. I will be healed as I let the healing happen through me, to me. Okay. And so now grabbing your deck, if you've got the Starseed deck, grabbing that. And if not, getting your favorite deck. And even if you don't have that, you can just imagine one of your oracle decks, or just really tuning into the oracle in your heart. Of course, it's like I often say, you are the oracle. And whenever we use cards, really they're just physical representations of a mirroring system, so that we can tune in even more deeply to the wisdom that resides within us. I really believe that beauty is a portal and a gateway to the soul, and that the soul is a way that God speaks through us. So I just really want to remind you that. So if you don't have your oracle deck, that's cool. Just tune into the oracle within the very center of your heart. So taking your oracle box, I invite you to hold it above your head now, to the heavens above. And I invite you to state the following out loud. So you can repeat it after me. You can whisper it if you like, or you can state it out loud with conviction, really tapping into the energy of the heavens, of the stars, saying, I call upon the ancient wisdom of the stars and Akasha, star keepers, star ancestors, councils of light, benevolent beings of the highest realms only. Come now, come, come, come. I call upon the ancient wisdom of the stars and Akasha, star keepers, star ancestors, councils of light, benevolent beings of the highest realms only. Come now, come, come, come. I call upon the ancient wisdom of the stars and Akasha, star keepers, star ancestors, councils of light, benevolent beings of the highest realms only. Come now, come, come, come. Great Cosmic Mother, I surrender to your holding. Grandmother Moon, I surrender to your rhythmic pulse and sweet waters. Great Cosmic Father, I surrender to your protection. Grandfather Sun, I surrender to your support. Now take your oracle box and hold it to your heart. And you can continue to state this out loud or just whisper it. I bow to the wisdom of my own inner temple and allow my soul's true voice to step in. I activate the portal of my heart as the gateway between both heaven and earth. I allow my personality to step out of the way. May these cards act as a doorway to the wisdom that is stored deep within the inner temple of my heart and the heart of all of those I read for. May they only ever reveal the heart's deepest, purest, and most potent prayers and the soul's highest callings for the good of all people and all beings. May the guidance and messages only ever be kind, clear, supportive, and helpful. Moving from my will to thy will, I step out of the way. Now finally, take your oracle box and place it towards the earth. And state with me or after me or in a whisper, or just feel my words in your heart, saying and invoking the power of the earth. I call upon the steady pulse and grounded wisdom of the earth. Guide me and all of those I read for by allowing the cards to reveal the grounded action that's most helpful and only ever for the highest benefit of all. May they anchor and beat all who come into contact with them back home to the effortless rhythm of you, dear sweet mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, bringing the box back to your heart, sharing a breath here, and breathe out. So if you have a box with me, I invite you to take the lid off and taking the cards and holding these to your heart right now. Taking a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Receiving the light from the heavens above into your heart, into these cards, receiving from the great mother below, receiving that light into these cards. And together in a moment, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath and blow your breath into the cards 3 times. And as you do, remembering that your breath really is like the breath of life. It is the living force of our embodiment as souls having a human experience. This breath that has traveled so far and will continue on. Deep breath in and breathe 3 times. Holding the cards to your heart. Okay, and opening your eyes. And then joining me back here in the comments. Okay. Great to see you all here, so many of you. Amazing. So I want to know how many of you have the Starseed Oracle. These are the cards here. Oh, it's a beautiful triangular box. It's created by myself and Danielle Knoll. You can see them here. You can actually use the box to do readings. So with the cards, you can place them on your altar at home, just like this. This is the 3-card reading, like this. So you can really use the deck as a piece of beauty. And I really believe that beauty is a gateway to the soul. So for example, if you select a card of the day, you can have the deck also with your latest card here on show, just reminding you. So yeah, let me know if you've got the deck. And Debbie says that her deck is coming today. Amazing. Virginia says, I've got a few decks from Hay House. First time seeing your deck. Amazing. Beautiful. Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Just did Heaven, Heart, Earth, Heart reading. Oh, I love that reading. Amazing. All of the readings actually are really utilize the technology of the box, so you can really keep them on show, particularly if you're doing readings for other people. It's a beautiful way to really make the reading interactive and even more beautiful. I really believe beauty is a gateway to the soul. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a collective reading for us all. It's going to be a 2-card reading, which is the Soul Whispers reading. So first of all, in position 1, it's the guidance, and position 2 is the action. I was taught by my teachers, and I now continue on teaching the fact that intuition is pointless unless you act on it. When we receive guidance, if we keep it out here in the ethers, what's the point in receiving guidance? Whereas if we embody it, if we let ourselves be physically moved by the guidance, whether that is through doing a daily action, showing up in our lives in some way, through having a conversation, through making a change or a shift, or really praying for healing, whatever it is, unless we act on that guidance, it remains guidance forever. If we act on the guidance, we embody the guidance. And that's what it means to live a intuitive life. That's what it means to live a soul-led life. I really believe that we are souls having a human experience. And so if we are constantly receiving guidance without embodying that guidance, without we've seen it at the moment in Australia with the horrible fires, the fires that are ravaging, and I know they've been all over the world as well, but particularly in Australia right now. If we just stay, I really believe wholeheartedly in the power of prayer, so wholeheartedly. And what's also needed in these times is action, practical action. And I really believe that that is what we're being called to do as beings who are wanting to create positive change in the world. It is doing both. And so that's what this reading is all about. The Soul Whispers reading. What is your soul calling you to do? What is the guidance, the whisper that you're being received, that you're receiving? And then what is the action you're being called to take? So as with any reading, I invite you to, it's always helpful if you think about an area of your life, just because the more focused you can be, the more clear the guidance can be. So think about an area of your life that you'd like to receive guidance on. And for those of you who've just joined, I'm using the Starseed Oracle deck, which is created by myself and Danielle Knoll, and it is out this week. So think of an area in your life you'd like to receive guidance on. And collectively, I will pull 2 cards. Okay, so in position 1, you can see here, position 1, we have, this is the reading here, so you got position 1, position 2, so you can see position 1 like that, position 2 like that. So position 1 is, oh, this is a wonderful card. It's really the essence of this. I wrote a chapter on this lesson in my first book, Light is the New Black. And it says, forge, don't follow. And it says, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So you can see in this beautiful art that it is, we've got a woman here right at the bottom in this kind of magical, ethereal world. And this is where she is headed. You can see that there is the beginning of a path, but it's not clear how she's going to get there. But the vision, the end point is very clear. It's clear. She can see it. How she's going to get there, not quite sure. So what this card really is all about is perhaps you're being called to take a leap, to really perhaps even forge a path that hasn't been forged before. It's really about the destiny life, answering the call to, which might not be the easiest thing in the world. You might not see the step-by-step plan, but you feel it in your heart that you are being called to make a change, to create something in the world, to do something. You may not know how to do it right now, and that's absolutely fine. So if this resonates with you, if you have been guided to potentially make a change in your life, to answer a call, to put a creation out in the world, then this is your confirmation that yes, you are being called to do that. And if you are feeling a bit scared or uneasy about, oh, is this the right thing? How the heck am I going to do it? Will I be supported? The encouragement really is to recognize that you are being guided, and that it is about listening to the soul whispers every single day and taking a step in that action, in that direction. I'm going to read it from the book as well. One moment. Okay, so if you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The more courageous and the most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who do not wait for permission. So if you're waiting for permission, stop and just take a little baby step in that action, or until the morning that they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them, they lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. So again, if you're being called to pave a path, if you're being called to put a creation out there, if you're being called to go first, this is confirmation of that. You're being called to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all of those who feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics that you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combinations of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own path. Do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. And then the soul inquiry, which I'd invite you all to answer this soul inquiry. Again, this is about action. Voicing your soul whispers is the first step in actually answering the call of the whisper, and really being acknowledged by putting it out there in the 3D world. So the question is, the soul inquiry is, how are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be the leader that you wish you had? So I want you to answer that. How are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be the leader that you wish you had? Let me know in the comments. How are you being called to lead? Let me know. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's voicing your feelings. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation. Maybe it's following your passions. Let me know in the comments. How are you being called to lead? So we've got teaching pottery. We've got writing, start my own business. How are you being called to lead? Starting Reiki, following my passion, dancing, yes, amazing. A partnership adventure, counseling, creating, wonderful. A job in a new country, healing, creating, incredible. So Pan, if you're not sure, that's totally fine. Just trust any kind of vision that comes, anything that you kind of feel like you're being called towards, but you're feeling like, am I ready? Music and speaking, storytelling, creating a new product in the market, sharing my voice, empowering people, painting, combining readings and coaching, wonderful. Healing from my separation, amazing. Invention, brilliant. So keep them coming. How are you being called to lead? And so now I'm going to go into position 2 of this deck, which is the Starseed Oracle. So position 2 is Star Keeper. And it says, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. This is the Star Keeper card. So you can see here, there's like such a clear vision. Color's blue. There's a real clarity about this card. There's the portal here in the heart. And it really is about seeding the wisdom that you came here to seed. It's about staying grounded. So, you know, it's so perfect for this position. It's about like a real clear baby step on how you can really start sharing what you came here to do by taking daily action. This is really a card about trusting that you don't have to figure out. Say if you do feel like you're being called to share your voice or share your light in some way, if you do resonate with being a starseed, which is essentially a soul that has had experiences and incarnations beyond just this physical life, beyond just this physical time on earth, which, you know, it's a mystery how many of us have. I personally believe that all of us could have. So that's what this card is all about. It is about trusting the baby steps, trusting the next step to take. And so in the comments below, I want you to really voice what is one practical thing that you are being called to do to put that soul calling into action. So for example, if you're being called to write a book, your soul, the baby action, the baby step could be to write a book proposal. Oh yeah, I've got some of the artwork from our creative process. Danielle's in my creative process behind me. There's the card. So I'm going to read the meaning of this card now for us so we can sink more into it. And in the meantime, really voice how you can really take a practical, grounded step into sharing your voice or sharing your art or sharing your guidance. And this is really about seeding the light. So I'm going to look it up now. This is the Star Keeper card. I'm going to hold it here for us. So it says, you're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing out about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point right now. The survival of the Earth and all of its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transition period, the more helpful you will be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more wisdom is seeded here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms, The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity as a whole will be. You're here for a double mission: to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in the frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. And so this card actually has an activation with it. So we're going to place it on our heart. And so you just place your hand on your heart if you feel called, and repeat after me. I acknowledge that I'm a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. So if you resonate with this concept of potentially being a star keeper, it's similar to being a light worker. The guidance really here is to trust how you are being called to lead, but also to not get overwhelmed with all the things that you might think you need to do in order to create change in the world. Rather, what is the next step for you to take? What is the grounded action you can take? What can you do to stay grounded even? You know, there's so much chaos happening in the world. You know, I was talking about before with all of the things happening around the world. Sometimes we don't have to solve all the problems ourselves, but there is a little bit of action that we can take. And if we all take guided action together, we can bring about change. This is possible. So I can see that there's many people talking about using their voice to make the change, donating, meditating, voicing. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, and stating the truth of the guidance that you're receiving. So that is the Soul Whispers spread of the Starseed Oracle deck. This is it here. This is the bottom of the deck. You place your cards just like this. The cards are stunning. They were created by myself and Danielle Knoll. And now I am going to just pull a couple of single card readings for those of us on the live right now. So so Pan says, where can I buy? Go to starseedoracle.me. The link will be, if you follow the URL in my Instagram profile, or if you're on Facebook, you'll see it in the topic, the title of the video, and in the comments. Go to starseedoracle.me. You will be able to receive the attunement that I took everyone through, which is something that you can print up and put on your wall and do every single time you do a reading to really help you hone in on get out of the way so that the real guidance can come in. And yeah, these are the cards here. They're really, really, really stunning. I'm really proud of what we've created. You can see some of them here. Really beautiful cards with a lot of layers, a lot of depth. When we created the cards, we really wanted them to be such a transmission, each of them. So I hope that one's upside down. So that's them. And so now what I'm going to do is a couple of one card readings. So if you would like me to pull you a card, it's going to be like popcorn, so I can get to a few of you. Just say a card for me, please. So Carolina Perez Soto, I'm going to pull a card for you. One moment. So just hold in your heart what you would like to receive guidance on. Okay, so Carolina, your card is the Courageous Peony. This is a card that the concept came to me when I was actually doing my voice training, transformational speaking with Gail Larson. You can see here that it really is about what your voice brings. It's about opening your heart so you can be so courageous enough to live a soul-led life, to share the truth of what you came here to share. It says multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So this is all about not dimming to fit in. This is all about really backing yourself, really trusting that that you will be looked after when you share your voice, when you share your creations, or perhaps you're being called to do something that requires a lot of courage. Many teachers speak about how it takes courage to live a soul-led life, that actually if we are to truly live a heart-led life, we must be courageous. So if you're feeling afraid, if you're feeling a little bit nervous about stepping into something or sharing something with the world, this is confirmation to do it. And that anything that requires courage often is soul-led. So that is that. Next person for a reading, let me know. We have, who would like a reading? Stella. Okay, so Stella, I'm going to pull you a card now. Stella, this is such a different card. It's such a unique card on the deck. It's called The Void. Wonder if you can see it. It is a deeply beautiful card. It's a deeply mystical card. It is really like the void of the universe. It is the winter period if it was a season. So I don't know if you're in Northern Hemisphere, but that's what this is all about. It's also quite a masculine card as well as a feminine card. So if you imagine a lot of the time the masculine is seeking clarity, as in focus, whereas also the feminine, in order to create things, things and seeds are born in the darkness. If you imagine us as babies, we are born in the womb of the darkness, and then we bloom into life. And so that's what this card is really all about. It says, stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb. So you may be called to take a step back and take a breath and recover before you plant the new seeds. Also trust that life is working out for you. So just because you might not be doing anything doesn't mean that something's not being done. So that's what this card is all about. So next up, I'm going to be reading for Colette. Pull you a card, Colette. So hold in your heart what you would like to receive guidance on. We'll see what the cards say. So we have the 7 Star Sisters. What a beautiful card this one is. The Palladian Sisters. They're referred to in many ancient traditions, actually. So it says birthing creation's tapestry of life expression. So this is about trusting that things are being woven. It is also about really releasing creations into the world. So trusting that things are being woven, but also that perhaps you are the one to weave them, to weave creations, to weave conversations even. If you imagine in the olden days, I want to say, I know people still knit, but imagine the women knitting and weaving. Lots is happening when they're weaving. I know that I've just had a little boy, and when I'm breastfeeding him at night, I keep thinking about all of the women who used to do tapestries or knit while they were breastfeeding, and really recognizing the thread that is being woven through life, if we allow it. So that's what this card is about. Isabella, I'm going to do a reading for you now too, just by pulling you a simple card, offering a little bit of guidance for you. So guidance for Isabella. The golden children, inner child tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So in your situation, Isabella, I'm really feeling like I want to invite you to go back to the innocence of all people involved, especially yourself. And so, you know, A Course in Miracles teaches a lot about innocence. And this is, you know, I know that people are hurt, and we hurt people, and other people hurt us. And it's really easy to get into resentment and blame and frustration and anger and all of that. And all of those emotions are valid and healthy for us to feel and experience, but they are emotions, and emotions are feelings in motion. And the invitation, when we are ready, is to go back to the innocence, go back to the sweetness. If you imagine all parties involved, and it may just be yourself, imagine yourself as the little baby that was born and is really always doing its best. When we go through hard times, it can be easy to feel really separate, and that separation can really cause so much heartache and heartbreak. So the invitation is really to go back to the innocence and to really treat yourself and all people involved by tenderly and with compassion. So really witnessing and seeing the innocence of all people, and recognizing that everyone is wounded in a way, and it is through our woundings, like many people say, hurt people hurt people, and that is just so true. So that's what this card is all about, and I really want to invite us all to remember that, to return to the innocence of life, to, you know, not be so hard on ourselves. We can learn, we can take the lesson, we can learn from it, but we can also be the mother that we wish we had, to really allow ourselves to fall into our own arms and to really be soothed by that. Okay, so they are my one card readings for us. I hope that you received some lovely guidance, and that you enjoyed the Oracle Attunement. If you would like to receive the attunement, the printed downloadable version of the attunement, if you'd like to receive my star bathing meditation and the earth pulsing meditation, and if you'd like to check out this oracle deck, which has this really cool box where you can use them to do readings from, which was created by myself and Danielle Knoll. I invite you to get over to starseedoracle.me, and yeah, you can see all the instructions there to get all your free goodies, and also it's available like on Amazon and Booktopia and all of those good places too. I'm wishing you just the most wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And to close, I just want to invite us to close the soul space together. So we're going to do that now by placing our hands on our heart. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And to close soul space, we are going to do exactly what we did at the beginning, but in reverse. So hands at prayer, first closing the group space, bringing your hands down, up and around and down. Sharing a breath here. And now closing the individual soul space, down, up, and around, placing your hands on your heart. And then opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Rebecca Campbell, and it's been a pleasure to be here on the Hay House page. If you'd like to hear more from me, head over to rebeccacampbell.me or my Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to experience the Starseed Oracle deck, it is out right now. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it.